Welcome back into DSI. We start your news break with this. Related to the 2020 presidential election, CNN is actually reporting that the second debate between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden has been officially canceled. A source says the Commission on Presidential Debates pulled the plug today because, well, yesterday at this point, because we are now on Saturday, because President Donald Trump refused to appear in a virtual event. There were days of back and forth between the commission and the two campaigns because of the president's COVID-19 diagnosis. The Trump camp first refused a virtual debate and then insisted that it should be rescheduled. The Biden camp decided to book a town hall for the same night so the Democratic nominee can take questions from voters. The third and final scheduled debate is set for October 22nd. Well, we move now to Delaware, where the Sussex Tech School District announced that they will be closed on both Monday and Tuesday of next week after 2 staff members tested positive for COVID-19. School officials tell us the staff members followed proper social distancing and mask-wearing protocols while they were on campus. They also say the people who were in contact with them have been notified individually and advised on the recommended course of action. The school district is encouraging all families to monitor students for any symptoms of the virus. As a precaution, the campus will be closed from October 12th to the 13th for a deep cleaning. Classes and meetings will continue to be held remotely during that time. Well, we move now to Maryland, but staying with education news, Dorchester County Public Schools have announced some important changes to their food services just ahead of them transitioning into hybrid learning. DCPS says starting on Tuesday, grab-and-go bags will only be available on Mondays from 3 to 6 p.m. at schools and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Board of Education building. School officials are reminding residents that those grab-and-go bags are for DCPS students only and can only be picked up by the child or the parent. If your child is in school, then they will get their meals there. If they are coming in or not coming in because they're doing virtual learning, their meals will come from their grab-and-go bag picked up on Monday. Meanwhile, in Wycomico County, the executive director of the county public library system had some strong words to say about the county government before she handed over her official resignation this week. During this week's county council meeting, Ashley Tegel alleged a number of issues she's had with the council, from a lack of communication from the council to funding and even an unawareness about minority issues, including marginalized communities, black people, and LGBTQ+ people. Tegel says she feels that certain council members weren't being honest about their support for the library system and didn't trust her to carry out her duties. Meanwhile, some council members agree that Tegel made some valid points and that the county council should be something the library system can rely on when it comes to support.
All taxpayers pay into, including marginalized communities, including Black people, including LGBTQ+ people. All of these people's interests need to be represented by their government.
Funding is inefficient, or it's definitely insufficient. The current amount of funding that goes from Wycomico County to the library system, we are the lowest in the entire state.
Tegel says that she hopes the library system and county council will get on a path to working together in a better way and solve some of the problems she says caused her resignation. Meanwhile, Council Vice President John Cannon tells us that the search for a new executive director is now in the hands of the library's board of directors. Once they have a selection, that selection will have to be approved by acting county commissioner John Pesota. But we want to hear what you think about this. You can tell us on 47 ABC's Facebook or Twitter right now. Well, the town of Millsboro has decided to move forward with their Christmas parade and tree lighting this year. The town manager says the event usually draws hundreds of people, and they've been hearing from residents as well as businesses that they want things to get back to normal despite the pandemic. The town manager tells us there may be a potential to draw even more visitors than usual, adding that they're hoping for an especially large turnout because many other towns are not hosting these types of events because of COVID-19.
It could be that face masks are a requirement. At the very least, we'll have signs posted through the town talking about physical distancing requirements, hand sanitizing stations, and things of that nature. But we're confident after talking to the state that there's a way to do this in a safe way.
We're told Millsboro's Christmas parade has been going on for almost 70 years. The town is hoping this is a definite decision at this point because they got an approved plan from the state's Division of Public Health, but they may have to adjust that plan along the way. Okay, obviously Christmas is a long way away, so we're not talking about Christmas weather. We're not talking about Thanksgiving weather, or even Halloween. Daniel, we're talking about this weekend. What's it look like?
That's right. I think Christmas is 79, 80 days away. So yeah, it's still a ways away, but I'm counting it down. All right, our Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam showing a quiet night tonight here in Rehoboth. So no active weather tonight, and that will be the story for the next couple of nights for the most part. We are tracking some rain. I'll show you that on radar coming up, but weather watchers calling in 55 right now for Chucky and Lewis, 58 for Ted and Millsboro, 54 for Bud and Pam and Laurel, and it's still 60 for Ed in Chincoteague. Look at all the warm air to our west and southwest. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s. We're still kind of stuck in the in-between of warm air and chilly air to the north. So we're actually going to get in on some of that warm air as we head into the weekend. Despite the cloud cover, look at all the clouds pushing into the area from the west. So we had 5 straight days of sunshine. Now we're going into some clouds just in time for the weekend. And a lot of these clouds are being pushed ahead of Hurricane Delta. This storm was a Category 2 earlier, making landfall in Louisiana. This officially makes it the 10th U.S. landfall this season, breaking a record. We've never had that many landfalling tropical systems in one season, and it's still pushing through Louisiana as we speak, and it's going to continue heading to the north and east over the next few days, eventually traveling just to our west. So it's going to bring us some rain as we head towards the second half of this weekend, but still a mostly dry weekend overall. 53 to 58 tonight, clouds increasing as we head through the overnight. For your Saturday, a mild day, temperature slightly above average into the mid 70s, but a good amount of clouds. Yes, I do think we're going to have some peaks of sun here and there, but overall, lots of cloud cover. Here's Chuck. Look at this picture. Chuck putting his face right there on the chair, just looking at probably Laura or Bill, who's taking this picture, wondering, come on, give me a treat or something like that. And then if you take your dog for a walk as we head through the day today, since it's officially Saturday now, we're looking at temperatures starting in the 50s and 60s and then climbing into the 70s as we head through the afternoon. Now, if you're taking the boat out, the waves could be a bit rough at times. We're talking about a small craft advisory on the Chesapeake Bay. No advisory for the Atlantic or the Delaware, but still some choppy seas. So notice that rain. It stays to our south. High pressure to the north is going to kind of eat away at that rain. It's going to try to push in, but that high pressure will kind of protect us from any steady rain on Saturday. We can't rule out a possible sprinkle. And then here we go into Sunday. Sunday morning, we're dry, cloudy. Then by the afternoon, dinner time, we're going to start to see a few showers push into the area, but it's after dark Sunday when we see the majority of the rain. So again, most of the daylight hours this weekend will be dry. Here comes that rain, some yellows showing up now. That is some moderate to heavy rain as we head into Monday morning. Monday, you're going to need the umbrellas. Looks to be a dreary start to next week, highs near 70. Then we briefly warm it back up to near 80. Come Tuesday, maybe a brief shower Tuesday night with another front. Wednesday, that's my birthday, 73 degrees is the high. Then we cool down behind another front. We're down into the upper 60s as we head into Friday. Julian?
Daniel Johnson with the shameless plug. I love it. That is it for the news portion of the show. Keep it right here. This is DSI.
Hi, I'm Sean Phillips, Delmarva High School head basketball coach. You're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.